Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. My name is Andrew, coming to you from the beautiful Carolinas. Today's topic is going to be the hoovering games of the narcissist. Think about that for a minute. Everyone, if you like the content, please like, subscribe, and share. So, the hoover. What is a hoover? For the people that are new in the community and or on the channel, the hoover is when the narcissist is trying to draw you back into the relationship for a period of time. It could be for a few minutes, it could be for days, weeks, months, could be longer. But a hoover is not something you should accept, because if you are on the channel or in the community getting educated, becoming awakened and empowered, you understand that a hoover, what it is, it's the narcissist wearing the mask again, trying to manipulate you to get you to go back into the relationship with them. And they will pick up right where they left off. In other words, the abuse and the manipulation and the mind games will continue. And believe me when I tell you, it won't go well for you. So that is what a hoover is. Now, the hoovering games of the narcissist, they attempt the hoover frequently, not all the time. But what the narcissist wants to do is they want to keep people up on shelves, Ken dolls, Barbie dolls, if you will. They want to keep individuals stuck in life. They want to keep individuals trapped in the narcissistic fog. And I will jump into all these examples and give you illustrations as well. Beginning right now, here we go. The relationship is over. You are healing, or you are well on the healing path. And lo and behold, you get a phantom package at your front doorstep. What is it? Well, it's a dozen roses, or it is a gift with a special card signed. And you all of a sudden are feeling anxious. You're like, oh my gosh, what is this? Is it from who I think it is? i.e. the narcissist. You take it in the house, you take a quick look at it, and you open the card or you open the package, and lo and behold, it's something that is going to set you back in time, back to down memory lane when you first met the narcissist, when you first met the individual in that euphoric / love bomb stage. This is, again, on purpose. It's a manipulating tactic of the narcissist to get you to fall back into the relationship, to play on your heartstrings, and to have you thinking about the narcissist and that relationship. And the hoover is planned out. Many times the hoover will come when you have healed, or you are well on the healing path, or you have gone no contact and you've blocked the narcissist and removed all flying monkeys and people associated with them. When you've done things like these and many others, you become educated, you become empowered, you get out of the narcissistic fog where you are trapped. You can see things clearly now. You have clarity in your mind. You are now experiencing abundance, and some doors are beginning to open up for you. You can eat again. You can sleep again. You are not ruminating as much. You are journaling. You are perhaps seeing a therapist. You are processing childhood wounds. You are watching videos. You're writing. You're exercising. You're putting yourself back together. And that is usually, or at times, when the narcissist will try to draw you back in. Other times they try to draw you back in will be during pivotal and or key dates in time. Example, an anniversary, a loss of a loved one, a holiday, a celebration of some kind, a achievement like a graduation or something like that. Usually, these are the times when you will pop back up on the radar of the narcissist. And bear this in mind. If your relationship ended yesterday or 30 years ago, if the narcissist is still walking the planet, you are susceptible to receiving a hoover, because the narcissist, whereas they will act like they don't care about you and they never loved you, which is, those things are both true, by the way, but every once in a while, the narcissist isn't getting what they need out of individuals. In other words, sources of supply. So you will pop back up on their mind now and again. Remember, things that could trigger you could also change the mindset of the narcissist. Things like perfumes or dishes or music. Dishes, when I say, I mean kinds of food, or music, or cities, states, countries, or events. These cross the mind of the narcissist as well. So why I share these insights with you on the channel, specifically right now, is because there's no such thing as a coincidence on this planet. Everything is meant to unfold the exact way it does. And if you don't believe that, really take a close look at your life. Every single decision you have made has led you up to this exact point in time with me here right now. While I'm creating this content in this video, you are consuming it. It's exactly where you're meant to be. Now, getting back on track, the hoovering games of the narcissist. Remember, these are the holidays. We're approaching the holiday season. Many times the narcissist will pop up around the holidays and they will play on your heartstrings like, remember that Christmas we had so many years ago? It was magical, wasn't it? Well, yeah, it was at the time, because you believed that the narcissist was a genuine and or authentic individual, and that perhaps they loved you. Nothing could have been further from the truth. So when the narcissist pops back up and tries to play on your heartstrings again, and they're saying that, you now have to be strong enough to say, wait, yeah, I thought it was great back then, but then I figured out who you are, and I want nothing to do with you. Block, delete, no contact, etc. That's what you need to do. And again, if you have taken the tools that I suggest on the channel and in the community to go no contact, block the narcissist, remove them and all fly monkeys and people associated with them, if you've done that, you could still receive a Hoover. You still can. And remember, you do not want to accept a Hoover. Let's take snail mail or a letter in the mail. If you receive a letter in the mail from the narcissist, many times people get curious and they want to know what's inside of it. I'll tell you right now what's inside of it. What's inside of it is nothing but a version of the mask. It is them playing on your heartstrings, or saying that you are and or were the love of their life, or they miss you, or they've changed, or they found themselves, or they found God, or whatever they want to say. But they're trying to play on your heartstrings. Remember, the narcissist can't love, and they have no empathy, and they only care about one person on the planet, and it is not you, it is themselves. So whereas that letter, as an example, maybe you received one. If you did, drop comments below. What I would suggest, if you know it's from the narcissist, shred it up, throw it right in the bin. Don't even think about it. Get it off your property. Wash your hands thoroughly after you throw it away. That's what I would do. I would not want their energy anywhere near me. Not after what the narcissist did, and not after knowing that narcissism is prevalent on this planet, because their energy is a deep, dark energy. It vibrates extremely low in the quagmire, in the stillness, in the pitch black cesspool of humanity. That's where it exists. And your vibration is high up, higher than the sky, the stars, the moon. You are a beautiful, bright, shining light. That is exactly how I see you. And I've said that in virtually hundreds of videos over the years. That's what I mean, because you are one. I am one. The narcissist saw your beautiful, bright light, your positivity, your abundance, your caring, your empathy, your love, everything you have. And they wanted it for themselves, and they captured it for a period of time. Then most likely what happened is they discarded you. Or if you were wise enough to end the relationship yourself, you did so. Time passed, and then lo and behold, boom, here's a Hoover. If the Hoover comes, please understand this message and play it a few times. Do not accept it. The narcissist has not changed. They are just simply low on supply. They remembered what you provided for them. They remembered how you made them feel. They remembered how you put them in front of yourself. They remembered all of your resources, time, money, energy, love, money, everything, if I didn't say that. And they want to get it again. And don't accept the Hoover. Now, again, here's another example. Another way the narcissist could Hoover you is by a flying monkey, which is a person that you like and or liked in the past, an acquaintance, a friend, maybe a brother or sister-in-law or mom or dad or whomever. And the narcissist will send that individual to contact you, to check up on you. And they will say things like, oh, hey, how you doing? It's been a while, I haven't heard from you. And they may or may not even mention the narcissist's name. They may come to you, contacting you under the guise of just trying to be an authentic individual and checking in on you. Well, you need to think about a few things here. When you were discarded, did that individual check in on you? Probably not. If they didn't, that is what I would call a Hoover by proxy. They're trying to send in one of their minions that are flying monkeys to get you to give some information to them so they can see where you are mentally, emotionally, spiritually, physically, financially, to see if you will enter another part of a toxic relationship, or they're testing the water. Now, again, if that individual was there for you when you got discarded, whole different ballgame. That means they're on the good side. That means they're on your side, and that means most likely they care about you. That's my take, at least. But those people are few and far between. If you were discarded, you know exactly what happened. Your support system blew up in a moment. Your finances were gone. Your health took a hit. Your social circle was decimated. You couldn't function at your job properly. You were losing everything left, right, and center. And the one person you believed that would be there to help you out, or to give you closure, or to explain certain things to you, would be the narcissist. And they were the one person that they knew they would not provide any closure for you, or any solutions, or answers, or any reasons, or anything, because they wanted to keep you stuck. They wanted to keep you pining about them, thinking about them, wondering if this was your fault, or if you could have done better, or if you should have done better, or they did not want you to get out of the trap of the devaluation stage / narcissistic fog. They just didn't want you to do it. If you really want the truth, they wanted to take your soul, and they did not want you to ever escape. But you did, because you're on the channel and you're gaining wisdom and you're understanding that it's not just you. There are millions of us who have experienced the toxicity of the narcissistic relationship. And there are also millions of people who are getting hoovered right now as I'm creating this video. And there are millions of people who are accepting the hoover, because why? I'll tell you why. Because they don't know what they're up against. They don't know that the person that is trying to draw them back into the relationship is perhaps a toxic individual or a narcissist, somebody who won't change, someone who just wants to keep them trapped in that fog. Then there are other people who do not accept the hoover. Why? I'll tell you why. A couple reasons. One is because perhaps they've already accepted hoovers in the past, and they now realize through their own experience that accepting a hoover does not ever help you out. It only sets you back in time, and it delays the healing process. That's how it really is. And the other part would be because these people who do not accept the hoover, they're strong. They have now put in boundaries in place, and they now know their value, and they now know that the narcissist not only can't change, they won't change, and they are a dark energy source, and they're a force that is trying to steal your energy. These individuals are the strong ones, the educated ones, the people who know their worth and their value, and these are the people that are growing in numbers each and every day. So why I'm saying that? It's because the hoovering games of the narcissist, they are beginning to fail, and they're beginning to fail miserably all over the planet, because people all over the globe are becoming awakened and aware, and they're understanding the tactics, the games, the mental jujitsu that you have to do to battle the narcissist at times. They're understanding that these people are becoming exposed all over the planet. And yes, will the narcissist fine-tune their skills again in a different direction? Of course they will. But the empaths, or the people that were abused, the beautiful, bright, shining lights, we are growing in numbers, and we are becoming awakened and aware, like I keep mentioning. So we are now learning how to combat this toxicity of the narcissistic abusive cycle. Understand what I'm sharing with you. The hoovering games of the narcissist, these will continue to go on and on. Now, side note here, if you were not hoovered, that is a good thing. Play it again. That is a good thing. That is a badge of honor. That means the narcissist, number one, probably has a new source of supply or sources of supply. Number two, the narcissist knows that you are strong. Number three, the narcissist probably knows that you've healed or you are well on the healing path. Number four, that maybe you didn't even cross the mind of the narcissist because there's love bombing so many people, they didn't even think about you. And they also believe perhaps that you wouldn't recover or get out of the trap, the narcissistic fog. Any or all of those things could be the reason why you didn't get a hoover. But listen to me, you don't want a hoover. All it does is it puts the narcissist back in your mind, and you get back on the radar. When that happens, it's a two-way street to Destructionsville, because now every time you get a phone call or an email or go out of your house or whatever, you're thinking, is there going to be a hoover? I don't know what's going on. And that's not the state that I want you in. I want you living in the present moment. I want you learning from the past and taking life's lessons that you've learned along the way and applying the tools to the present day moment. The other thing is, I would prefer if you are not living in the future, wondering if you will get a hoover, wondering where the narcissist is, wondering if you're ever going to heal, wondering all these things, because you will heal in time, in your time, if you understand that the healing path is not linear. It will take you super high and it will take you pretty low. You should know that by now, but each and every day, by gaining the wisdom and applying the tools, you should be improving. And if you're not, just stay with it. Believe me when I tell you. I went on my walking meditation a little while ago, about 2 hours ago, and I was thinking to myself where I was 4 years ago in 2020. I was thinking where I was in 2021. I was thinking where I was last year in 2022. And I was thinking where I am currently as I'm creating this video. And I will tell you right now, the mindset that I was in those 4 different years, including today, is completely night and day. And notice the example I shared with you right there. I said night going back to 2020 and day today, 2023. In between there were shades of gray, shades of darkness, shades of despair. The dark night of the soul is something I experienced. I experienced so much toxicity and isolation for 2 years and 2 days to get out of the trap I was in. But guess what? I did it, and here I am. And if you could have asked me in 2020 on this exact date when I'm creating this video, if I would be here creating this video where I am in the beautiful Carolinas, I would have said, I really don't know, Andrew. But then again, the channel wasn't created yet because I was still beginning to heal, just beginning to understand what was going on. And to be fair, I didn't even know what narcissism was in 2020 on this exact date, but I do now. And I understand that so many other individuals are where I once was. And these individuals need to get across the bridge to my side, to the good side, to the abundance, to the positivity, to the knowing their value. and it's happening each and every day, and it's beginning to have a ripple effect also. Why I'm sharing all these things is because simply, if you understand that right now where you are, if it's not where you want to be, it will change in time. Life is dynamic. Life doesn't sit still, and neither do you. So if you're healing and you understand that you're not quite where you want to be, stay with it. Continue to focus on yourself. If you have healed, please drop comments in the comments section below. Help everybody out in the community. Pay it forward. And if your relationship just ended recently, or you just got discarded, understand I was once where you are. You will get through this. You're going to have to be patient, calm, resilient, stoic, centered, focused, and above all, committed and strong. This will take time, but in time, in your time, you will heal. So guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. Have a great afternoon, evening, or morning, no matter where you are on the planet. You are not alone. Remember that. You are not alone. And I'm going to say this one more time before I close the video out. In 2020, on this exact date, I didn't know if I was going to make it. I honestly didn't. In 2021, I knew I was going to make it, but I knew I had a lot more work ahead of me. This exact date, last year, I was living in a hotel room. I had just sold my house, and I was getting ready to return back to my country where I was born. And this was a culture shock for me. It was a massive blow to me to figure out exactly what to do, where to go. But I knew one thing. I knew I had to leave, and I knew I was entering the unknown. The unknown is where the abundance happens. The unknown is where the growth happens. The unknown is a beautiful place. You must embrace it. You must understand that you will too get through this. If you're ever in doubt about getting through narcissistic abuse, please go to my very first video I ever created called Glad You Made It. It was dated March 31st, 2021. Notice the title, Glad You Made It, because I did not think I would make it, but I did, and here I am. And here you are, and you will. But focus on yourself. If not now, when? Guys, that's the video. I hope you liked it. I loved doing it from the beautiful Carolinas. This is Andrew. Namaste. I know I already did that once, but I'm very happy because it's been a long road. I love you guys. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Enjoy yourselves. God bless you. All right. Bye, you guys.